Please go to YouTube. All right, so we're going to get started on this subject. So you can see me go this way and you see me go that way because I'm on two different platforms right now. We're going to be, there you go. There, that's better. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Work with me, YouTube. There we go, YouTube. Get my good side, YouTube. Nevertheless, y'all, we're going to be going through my book, The Opportunity Guide. This is going to be absolutely fire. I'm super excited. I was sitting there thinking, what in the world can I go over with everyone? By the way, shout out to me. This is my t-shirt and stand for something. This is one of the original logos. By the way, I have a few more of these shirts. Then after this, after I sell these shirts, there'll be no more. Gone. And same with this book. We got a few more, maybe like a little less than 50 of these books. Then the cover is going to be gone, right? So that means you get a chance to say that, you know, when this movement takes off, you will be able to say that you have some of the original apparel and the original book cover that most people will not have. And I'm going to tell you why it's so crucial. Shout out to Lourdes. She actually bought the book. I believe you bought both, Lourdes, and it was in the mail, and I sent the t-shirt and a pen for you as well. Why did she receive those things? Because during the last live, I sold like 5 books in the middle of a live. And I wanted to reward those people for not only being spectators, but also actually participating. So, Lourdes, I believe your book is supposed to arrive tomorrow, which is good because for the next few sessions, I'm actually going to be going over my book, The Opportunity Guide, right? So today we're going to be going over chapter 1 and chapter 2. We're going to talk about those principles, right? So if you have your pen and you have your paper, can you put the pen emoji or something? Just put the pen emoji so I know that you have your pen and paper. All 2 of you. I just need the pen emoji so I can know that you are ready to go. If you're not ready to go, go ahead. While we're waiting for those, I'd like to give a shout out to my friend who actually created, can't wait to, my friend who created this right here. Her name is Ashley Brown. Shout out to Ashley, who went to graduate school at the University of Southern California. And she created an initiative called Hurt, Help, Heal, which is basically allows people to write out some of the feelings and, you know, things that they've gone through. I wrote my stories on her website as well. The Hurt, Help, Heal Initiative.com. Hurt, Help, Heal Initiative.com. All right. So with that being said, we've given the people 7 minutes to come in. If they're here, great. If they're not here, that is their loss. But we want to honor your time and honor the fact that you are here. Again, these lessons are going to be coming from the Opportunity Guide, which is my first book. My second book. I apologize. My first book is What Are You Reaching For? Again, the cover is changing on this one. Okay. So this is going to be vintage, meaning if you have it, you are a lucky somebody. And this one right here, the Opportunity Guide, shout out to LB, aka Lakia, who for helping me actually do this book. And I have a surprise with this one. Lakia actually touched this one as well. So I'm really excited because Lakia actually touched this one as well. And the reason why it's so important that Lakia touched these books, I'm going to explain. So for those of you who have this book right now, great. I'm going to explain why it's so important for you to have this book, not because I wrote it or anything like that, but I'm telling you something special. And again, so we're going to be reading from this one. So for those of you who have purchased this particular book, The Opportunity Guide, great. You'll be able to follow along on the next few lives that we do. All right. All right. So we'll be able to follow along if you ordered it. If you have not ordered your copy, please do so ASAP. The only reason you should leave this live is if you are going to purchase this book, The Opportunity Guide, which is available at, hey, what's going on? Which is available at SadeBurrell.com. SadeBurrell.com. Purchase your book so that you can follow along. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. I was trying to wait to 10 minutes past the hour. This book, when you open up the first page, is I dedicate this to my brother. To my brother. The reason why I dedicate this book to my brother is because my brother was He took full advantage of every opportunity that was available to him while he was here on earth. Every opportunity that was available to him while he was on earth, he took advantage of it. Despite the circumstances that he was in, despite the situation that he was in, he took full advantage of the opportunity. And this book right here is teaching people how to take advantage of opportunity. Many of us don't take advantage of the opportunity. So for instance, right after I get done teaching night school with Professor Burrell, I have to get off this live and I'm going to a study group where we're reading the book by Dr. Claude Anderson, Powernomics. I'm constantly learning. I'm taking advantage of this quarantine. I've lost 17 pounds since this quarantine. And a lot of people say, you told us that already, Sade. I know, because I'm super happy. I lost 17 pounds. I used to work out three to four times a day. Now I put it down to 2 to 3 times a day. Now I'm down to once a day, and I just make sure my eating is right. So I work out once a day. 17 pounds down. Some of y'all gained 17 pounds during the quarantine. You're like, Sade, stop bragging. Stop bragging. I'm just encouraging you. Nevertheless, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. What's up, Yasmin? What's up? I was just talking about the Powernomics group that you have and how we have a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock. So that's why I have to make this live as quick as possible. Not as quick, but as thorough as possible, so I can make sure I join the Zoom meeting at 6 p.m. tonight. If you are Black and you are interested in joining this particular group, please join this particular group. As you can see, Powernomics Study Group is a group. This is for Black people, and we are teaching Black people how to stop having inappropriate behaviors, how to take over the economy, why we are now a permanent underclass, right? Dr. Claude Anderson has taught us these things. So Powernomics Study Group is a group that I will be at. I encourage you all, if you are Black, to join. People say, well, Sade, that's wrong of you to say it's only for Black people. Well, when you watch TV and you used to watch Full House, did you see a Black person and say, hey, that's not fair. There's no Black people on this TV show. I'm not watching it. No, you kept watching Full House. All right, let's go. Let's get into my book, The Opportunity Guide. All right, so first page, it says it's levels to this. Oh, yes, baby. It's levels to this. This book is broken down into 3 different levels. 1, how to prepare for an opportunity. Many of you are not prepared for an opportunity. You need to be prepared for an opportunity, right? Dr. Claude Anderson talks about inappropriate behavior. You have inappropriate behavior, which makes you not able to be prepared for an opportunity. The second level is how to keep an opportunity. Many of you have opportunities that come your way and you do not know how to keep the opportunity. You lose them every chance that you get. The reason why you lose the opportunity, inappropriate behavior. You don't know how to, no one's ever taught you right from wrong. No one's ever taught you common sense. I talk to my 2 kids. I always tell my daughter, I say, you have a lot of common sense. That's something that cannot be taught. That is something that cannot be learned. That is something that has to be instilled in you. You have to work towards that. You have to work towards common sense. If you don't have common sense, what else do you have? All right, so let's go. And the third level and the final level is how to provide an opportunity. Many of us, and that's why a lot of times the Black culture is where it's at right now. We get to the top and we like, oh, no. Black people got this. Black people got that. They don't want to help each other out. They don't know how to provide an opportunity, which is why my book should be in every Black classroom in America. Every Black person in America need to read this book without a doubt. You know what's so great about this book? It's not even long. Like, it's thick only because I've broken it up to make it so simplified. I've made it so simple that if you can't follow the principles in this book, you have to take a look at yourself. Again, if you are in here and you got your pen and paper, please put the pen emoji. I need the pen emoji. I need the pen emoji so I can know y'all ready, right? This is not an entertainment show. I'm not here to entertain, although I am funny, although I may tell a few jokes, which are really masked as reality. The truth is, I need y'all to be taking notes. I'm not here to entertain. All 4 of y'all on this live. And you too on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. We are going to be learning. We're going to be teaching. We're going to be learning. Oh, I don't see no pen emoji. I need a pen emoji. I need someone to show me a pen emoji. I need a pen emoji so I can know I'm not just here for entertainment. If you don't have your pen, please go get your pen and paper. There we go. I see one. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? The person who started the Powernomics, the Powernomics study group is the one who put the pen. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I see this person said penny emoji. Okay, they don't. All right. Don't worry. I see you put the word penny emoji. Don't worry. I got what you were saying. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go. All right. Again, I said I broke down the book. So then I explained the structure of this book. So the way this book works is, right, you have prerequisites, right? Professor Burrell, look, in my profession, when anybody wants to take a certain class, it's prerequisites a lot of time, right? So you can't go to chemistry 152 unless you take another chemistry class, right? You have steps to it, right? You can't take stats until you take algebra. That's a prerequisite for that. The reason why you must take prerequisites is because it's to protect you. Imagine going into a class and you didn't even take the class before. You're lost. You're setting yourself up for failure. And that's how many of us are not prepared for opportunity. We have not properly prepared. Prerequisites protect you. A lot of students are like, I hate prerequisites. So write this down. Prerequisites protects me. It makes sure you understand and you have the acquired knowledge before you move on to the next step. So we must have the acquired knowledge before we go on to the next step. So again, so it says right here, right, that we have life prerequisites first. So many of us don't even have life prerequisites. Then after we have the prerequisites, we have the golden rule, right? The golden rule is a basic principle that should be followed to ensure success. These are principles that you need to follow in order to ensure your success, right? And then the last is quotes, right? These are inspirational conversation starters. Oh, man. You use these quotes in my book, you can easily, very easily start a whole entire conversation with someone just based off the quotes in my book. All right, so let's go. Let's get into it. All right, so we talked about, I give the definition of opportunity. This book is very colorful. It's not a boring page in this book. Give the just in case some of you don't understand the true definition of opportunity. It's a set of circumstances that make it possible to do something. Let me read that again, just in case for the people in the back. It's a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. Right? So let us go. All right, so part one, how to prepare for an opportunity. We're going to be going over part one and part two. Principle 1 and 2. So the first principle, if you got your pen and paper, write this down, is know your mission. Write it down. That know your mission. I'm going to just read for the book first, okay? To prepare for an opportunity, we must understand our personal mission in life. We must understand our true purpose because we're all on a mission to accomplish something. That's why I always say stand for something. A mission can be defined as a strongly felt aim, ambition, or calling. Unfortunately, most people are unclear about their life mission and they wander aimlessly, right, through life seeking validation and acceptance from unhealthy relationships, careers, and other sources, right? They wander aimlessly, meaning they have no direction. Nobody's saying, hey, go this way. It was funny. I was reading Dr. Claude Anderson's book, and I'm going to have to get my notes. But that's the way the first chapter and chapter 1 in Powernomics start off. It's like, man, I wish I had my book. It starts off with Alice in Wonderland. Well, Alice says, when the cat says, where should we go? Which road should we go to the right or should we go to the left? Alice said, I don't know. And then Dr. Claude Anderson gets into, well, if you don't know where you're going, you set yourself on fire. So when we wander aimlessly, we don't know what our purpose is in life, it really sets us up to fail. The reason why I always tell people who come to college, hey, figure out what you want to do in life and take this class, this personal growth class that we have at the college that I work at. And I tell them, take that class because it helps you. It helps you and it guides you and it asks questions about you. What's going on, Ashley? Got your hat on. I'll just tell them about your organization. But nevertheless, you need to understand where you are going. What is your purpose? Otherwise, you're going to be wandering aimlessly. It means you have no direction. All right, let me keep going. Our mission in life is to gain life, L-I-V-E. Write this down. Hold on, write this down. Write this down. Life stands for the L. Living, the I, N, F, fullness, E, every day. I know some of y'all like every day is 2 words. Yeah, y'all think it's too deep. Don't worry about that. All right. So our mission in life is to gain life, living in fullness every day. There's a purpose every time I wake up. I don't wake up on accident like, oh, I'm up. My bad. Thought this was the last day. No, I wake up with a purpose. I expect to wake up tomorrow. If I don't wake up tomorrow, then my mission is completed according to the good Lord. All right, so let me go. All of us play a role in each other's lives, whether we realize it or not. And I give credit to my brother, Matthew, aka CEO Matty J. I give him credit for this. This is solely his. I gave him credit for that. That he said that. He was the one who gave it the acronym for life. So shout out to CEO Matty J, my brother Matthew. All right, so let's get into it. So now I want you to write down on your piece of paper, what is my purpose? What did it say? It said right here, in order to prepare for an opportunity, we must understand. Here's a perfect example. Oh man, I wish I knew this brother's name. He wrote a phenomenal book. Oh, they're gonna kill me. Oh man, they're gonna kill me. His black brother too. Oh man, I forgot his name. Anyway, huge black, like he is huge in the black community and outside of the black community. Someone I met gave me his contact information. So it's kind of like, it's equivalent to me like getting Dr. Clyde Anderson's information. That's how important this individual was. God, I mean blanking on the book that he wrote, but I'm gonna get it in next live. I'm gonna show it to y'all. They gave me his number. I emailed I emailed the guy because I don't want to just call him, but hey, I want to show some respect. Hey, can we set up a time to speak? And he said to me, yeah, no problem. He gave me a date and time. I call him up. I'm on the phone with him. I had no mission. No, I didn't know what I was doing in my life. I knew I was in graduate school and stuff like that, but like I wasn't like solid on my plan. And you talk about a waste of a phone call. I didn't have questions prepared. Now I'm a lot older and a lot wiser. If I had that same opportunity now, which I do, but I'm saying like back then, if I have it now, I would take more advantage of it. Why? I understand my mission. I understand what my purpose said. We must understand our true purpose. I didn't understand what my purpose was during that time. I had no idea what my purpose was during that time. Hey guys, remember, if this is freezing on Instagram, go to my YouTube page and type in Sade Burrell. I'm live on there. Subscribe so that you can get updates on when I go live. So subscribe on my YouTube page, Sade Burrell on YouTube. So if this thing acts up, go ahead. So again, I had no clue what questions to ask him or anything. It's like, imagine having access to a like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or Whitney Young Jr. And you just sitting there like, so what made you want to, fight for black people? That's a stupid question. You should have had your stuff more prepared. Like that no stupid. Sade, don't ever say it's a stupid. It is such a stupid question. That was a stupid question. What made you want to fight for your people? Maybe because they love their people. Those are the type of questions. I was asking stupid questions to somebody who was like a huge leader. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get his name out. Sorry, y'all. All right, so let's go into the golden rule. Golden rule. Golden rule. The way to learn what your true mission is in life is to get out and experience life. Preparing for an opportunity involves understanding who you are as a person and then what you can offer others. What you can offer others. So again, it goes into the golden rule. You have to live life. That's why I tell people a lot of times when they what should I go to school? What should I do? I said a lot of times we don't know right then and there. Oh, let me see. Speaking on someone's podcast tomorrow for the first time, wanted to say no out of fear. Oh, but the opportunity guy. Look at the opportunity guy got people going on on podcast. You know what I'm saying? Got people on podcast. There's a testimony right there on Instagram. Ashley Brown, who is the owner of this particular organization, Hurt Help Heal. Hurt Help Heal. Yeah, Hurt Help Heal. Right here. Please go on her Hurt Help Heal initiative. Please go on our website, purchase this hat and a few other things. Nevertheless, she's saying that the opportunity God told her to take advantage of the opportunity. Make sure you're prepared for that opportunity. So it says the only way to learn what your true mission is in life is to get out and live, right? So right now, a lot of us are quarantined. We're stuck inside. That's fine, no problem. But you have to get out. You have to experience life. Meaning you have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, even if it means you're going to fail. Now, I don't regret calling that guy. I made a mistake. But now, I remember getting off that phone saying, I would never do that again. If I'm ever afforded the opportunity, I would never embarrass myself like that again. That's embarrassing. But I would not have been, had I said, oh, I'm not prepared. Just know it's going to be for every action, there's a reaction. The reaction was I felt embarrassed, but that's okay. All right, I got myself back up. And now I have prepared myself for opportunity. What's going on, Kaden? My sister, Shanice in the building, Sana, everyone. What's going on, everybody? And those of you on YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate you. So you have to live life to the fullest. What does that mean? That means experimenting. Not with no drugs. I mean experimenting with, whether that's careers, whether that's with books you read, different types of music. Here's a perfect example. My college professor, when I was at San Diego State, he said that when he got his first job in his field of work because he had took a random bowling class while he was in college, and that was a conversation starter. So I listen to country music sometimes, and I listen to classical music sometimes too. Do you know when I went to Texas for a speaking engagement, them people loved me. Oh, they loved me so much. They brought me out for like 3 years in a row. 3 years I was brought out to that organization. Why? Because country music started it. They were like, oh, let me turn the radio. I said, no, I actually love this. They took me down to Cadillac Ranch. What was that? I think I was in Amarillo, Texas, the country, right? And so that was the only way I'm able to prepare for those opportunities. How? Again, I was out there living life. Here's the this is one of my former. Oh, that's interesting. Anyone who has the opportunity guide that I've recently, this is gonna be a souvenir too, y'all. I'm gonna do a whole Facebook Live and Instagram Live and YouTube Live on why some of my books are going to be special and why they're going to be souvenirs. Because this page alone, page 21 in this book, explains why it is. I actually have a quote in this book right now that I actually took out. I took out of this book, and now I actually republished these books, and it had a completely different quote in it. And so if you have this book you recently purchased this book, this is going to be a souvenir too. I change stuff all the time because I grow, and I'm not afraid to not do something. I just grow from it. I'm like, and I remember going to the editor. I'm like, hey, I don't want that page in anymore. I actually want to take that out and replace it with this. We did the replacement, no problem. Oh, it's gonna be so. If you ain't got this book yet, you better order your copy. I think I got maybe 30 more of these ones left, and then after that, any book order after that one, it will be the ones that I will forever sell. All right. So let's go. So the quote is, if you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion. For your passion will lead you right into your purpose. Right. So if you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion. For your passion will lead you right into your purpose. That's by T.D. Jakes. One of the reasons, that's the story. Anyways, but again, if you can figure out, hey, what do I like to do? Here's a list of things I actually like to do. If you can write that down and you can start doing that, right? You will begin to stop wandering aimlessly. You'll start gaining some direction. I love talking. I can talk all day, paid or not paid. Well, let me stop lying because some of y'all gonna start hitting me up. Sade, can you come speak here? I'm not gonna lie. If I gotta leave my children, start hitting me up. Sade, can you come speak here? I'm not gonna lie. If I gotta leave my children and I can't tuck them in at night, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny to bring me out to a pretty penny. If I can't tuck my kids in, or my kids have to travel with me, it's costing you a pretty penny in order for me to be out there. I know y'all might like the lives and stuff like that, but I'm even more energetic in person. So I began to realize that I was really good at cussing people out. Oh, I can cuss you out. Ooh, I can cuss them out like quickly too. Boy, when I was in them group homes, them staff members come to me and they'd be like, "Oh, Sade, you gotta do this." I'd start talking about everything quickly, cuss them out. And then one day, someone challenged me. I said, "You know what would happen if I use my gift for good?" And then that's when people began asking me to speak at organizations and stuff like that. They would pay me $10 gift cards. You can never get me to speak for $10 gift cards anymore. Oh, you can't do that anymore. No, 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 no. Oh, no, baby. I got bills. I got children. I got a family to feed. Oh, no, baby. You can't get me. Help someone get $1 million grant based off my testimony in a grant that I helped. I wrote some for a grant. Got it. And they specifically stated that the reason they got the grant was because of my testimony in the grant. I love talking. Love it. Ooh, I can talk all day. Talk. That is what led me to figuring out, okay, I'm not wandering aimlessly anymore. Then what happened was people began to notice that I had a gift. And because I started utilizing my gift, people began to help me. I have a lot of people who's helping me. That's why if you go on my Instagram page, my branding is changing. The reason why my branding is changing is because I have people helping me now. As I'm telling you, get you one of these Stand for Something shirts right now. I got a few medium, smalls, and large. I think I got one more XL. The reason why you want to get it is because this right here would be no longer in existence. I'm telling you, some people are going to be able to say, I remember when she had this shirt. I remember when she had that book. I remember when she had that book. And then others are going to jump on the bandwagon later on. That's going to be okay. But you, my friend, are going to be the originals. Original. Everything is changing. Everything is changing because I discovered what my purpose was and what direction I wanted to go in. I'm even changing the audience that I want to speak to, because as I begin to grow and as I begin to mature, I'm like, yo, this is the audience I really want to talk to. When I look at my speeches, some of my best speeches were given to a very particular group of audience. Doesn't mean I'm not going to speak to the rest of them. It just simply means that I'm detouring a little bit. I'm detouring just a tad bit. Right? So, what's going on, William? That's William. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. That's funny. That's what I forgot. William did help me with my first book. Yeah, he sure did. Nevertheless, everything is changing. Again, when you understand your purpose, you stop wandering aimlessly. All right, let's go into the affirmation, right? So the next one, we got an affirmation, right? Didn't I tell you guys? Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. I only went into the golden rule, the quote. Yeah, and then we have affirmation. So affirmation is something you need to say to yourself. So you need to look yourself. So it looks like it's supposed to be like a little mirror. You see that? It's supposed to be like a little mirror. Like you see that? A little mirror. But anyway, the affirmation is understanding who I am and what my life mission is will prepare me for my opportunity. So you need to stand in front of the mirror and say, understanding who I am and what my life mission is will prepare me for my opportunity. Say that to yourself before you walk out the house, because you want to define who you are before you walk out the house, so that when the world try to define you, you can say fake news, you CNN, you Fox, you lying, you politician, you lying, you politicking, you Sarah. What is that song say? You Sarah politicking. All right, then when we get into next is the tip. Then I go into the tip. You see a little jar, little tip jar. So then the tip is it says passion plus daily action equals purposeful life. So passion, meaning what I like to do, plus daily action. So I love talking. So that's why I'm on this live with you all. So that's my daily action. And I was just, I was somewhere. I had to take my daughter to do something. I was talking to them, talking. And I was reading. I read for like 2 hours, and I'm getting ready to go to my study group after this, right? And so because I did my passion, which is talking, and I read, I don't like reading, but if I read, I can talk properly, right? That's my daily action. It means I live a purposeful life. You know how great I feel when I get off these lives? I don't care if it's one person in the room. I don't care if it's 5 people in the, I don't care if nobody shows up to my live. It's still the same energy. As if I had 1,000 people on a live. I was on someone's live today, and all they were doing was opening up free stuff that people sent to them. You know how many people was in that room? 7,000 people watching someone else. Oh man, it reminded me of no one ever. Now I don't celebrate holidays, but when I was a kid, we did. Now imagine on Christmas, you watching somebody else open their gifts. That don't make no. 7,000 people were sitting and watching someone else open their gifts. A little kid on YouTube literally gets paid millions of dollars for opening up toys that people sent him. Again, passion, toys, plus daily action, putting up a camera, means a purposeful life. That was like unbelievable. So I don't care. Again, I don't care if it's one person on live, 2 people on live, nobody on live. I think the other day when I did a live, because our Instagram was messing up, there was nobody on the live. I promise you, when you watch that playback, you can never tell that there was no one on the live. Because my passion, plus the things that I do on a daily basis, gives me a purposeful life. So what you need to do is whatever it is that you love to do, you need to put some action behind it, and that's going to help you live a purposeful life every day. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you love drawing. If you love drawing, get your butt up every day and start drawing. That's your passion. Do something that aligns with your purpose every day. And if you do it every single day, you're going to begin to live a purposeful life. So the passion, again, discover your passion by getting out and exploring. A lot of times people want to sit in the house and be like, the worst thing you could do is sit in the house. I know you're like, oh, we're quarantined right now. Well, what you should be doing right now is you should be researching. What is, hey, this field of work, whatever. We got too much technology for you to be sitting at home bored. Go read a book. Go engage in conversation. Attend Instagram Live. I'm on all types of different YouTube lives. I'm always learning, always being educated, etc. Learning and all this other stuff. So you have to get out and you have to explore. That means working jobs that you don't know if you're gonna like. I knew I could never work at it. You know what encouraged me to stay in college? I'm not the smartest person. That's the honest truth. Don't let nobody ever tell you any different. Oh, Sade, you shouldn't talk badly about yourself. No, let me tell you, I have a lot of strengths, I have a lot of weaknesses, and I choose to live in my strengths. But I am not smart. I work 10 times harder than most people just to get half of what they have. So when you see me get an A on a paper, just know that I started working on that paper the first day of class. Like when I got the syllabus, I had to start working on that paper that was due in May. And the reason why is because I understand my disadvantages that I have. So I work 10 times harder. That does not mean I'm smarter than anyone. So why exactly do I bring that up, right? I knew that I did not ever want to work in customer service because when I was younger, I worked at I've literally only had like a handful of jobs my whole entire life. That's really a blessed thing to be able to say. I worked at Albertson. I applied for Albertson. I wanted to be the person who runs and gets the baskets. I wanted to be the person who runs and gets the baskets. That was my goal. That was my aspiration. That was my passion because I was an athlete. And I was like, I have to do something that's physical. I can't just be sitting around. There had to be something. So I said, I want to be the person to get the basket. So I applied for the job at Albertson, and they dumb self gonna give me the job, the butcher put me behind the butcher block. I'm 5 foot nothing, 115 pounds. At the age of 18, they put me in a butcher block. I couldn't even see over the counter. I used to be like, excuse me, hey, how may I help you? 5 foot nothing. Couldn't even see over the butcher, over the little counter thing. And so I knew I did that and then they gave me the night shift. Oh, I quit that job after 2 weeks, and I quit. God, don't ever do this. I quit that job by stop showing up. I just stopped showing up. I didn't know. Nobody ever taught me how to properly quit a job. Ladies and gentlemen, my young generation, if you are young and you are watching this right now, that is not how you quit a job. That is not how you quit a job at all. That's not how you quit a job. You quit a job by either writing a letter of resignation, or you go kindly speak to your supervisor and you tell them, hey, this is not the field of work for me. I just stopped showing up. Nevertheless, I knew that wasn't a job for me. But the only way I could figure out how that was not the job for me, that I had to go out there and I had to explore. I tell my students, one of my students, this particular student explores way too much. This one explored too much. This particular student quit jobs every week. I'm like, all right, get an internship. You're going to ruin yourself. I said, look, but they keep going back to them jobs. Anyway, nevertheless, so I want for you to just go out there, explore, research. And we have access to computers now. Now, back in 2006, when I graduated, I was 18. 2006, when I was 18, the internet wasn't as, I think Google was only like 2 years old at that time, because Google was only like 17 years old. Google was only like a year. And I remember because I was the first one. You heard it here first, just in case some of y'all don't know. I was the first one to ever say to anybody, Google me. I used to always say that to people. I used to be so cocky in high school. And we used to get in these arguments with Helix High School. We ran track and field against them. And I used to look at, and I was so cocky. I used to say, yo, my name is Sade Burrell. Google me. And then everybody started saying, that's the honest truth. That's the honest truth. I still even have, I was so cocky, I still got the shirt where I spray painted on there, Google me. In fact, I think if Carolyn's still on this live, she'll tell you, we all got our Mount Miguel High School painted on the front, and on the back, we all had our saying. And my saying was, Google me. Google was brand new at that time. Lo and behold, when I graduated high school, these little freshmen talking about, oh, Google me, copy me. Nevertheless, I was a trendsetter. Never forget that. My purpose led me to be a trendsetter, all right? All right, let's keep going. Daily action. What is a daily action? That is small steps taken every day to discovering your mission. Don't be a lost cause. Now, I know I told y'all we're going to get to 2, but the way this is set up, I'll be talking so much and telling y'all stories and stuff like that. We only going to be able to get through the first one. You got to come back hopefully tomorrow to do the next one. Night School with Sade Burrell. Professor Burrell. The homework, as you can see right here, it's the homework. Then it's a section. I wanted to make sure that when I wrote this book, that people could write in it. Like, no, you need to write. This is not a book you just read and keep it pushing. No, you need to write in this book. So this is not a book you gift to someone. Like you read it and then you gift it to someone else. No. They need to buy their own copy. That's smart marketing. That's smart marketing. Tell the people, write in the book, who wants to read a book with your personal information in it? Now you're forced to buy them Sade Burrell's book, The Opportunity Guide. All right, available at SadeBurrell.com. If you live in San Diego, hit me up in the DMs. I'll personally deliver the book to you. So on the homework, your homework, after you've gone over all that stuff, you now have a greater understanding of these things. Now what you do is you need to, I literally have this right here. I'm encouraging people to write their own personal mission. Every organization has a mission statement. Every organization has a mission statement. These are the guiding principles. Like when I went for my interview at the college I work at right now, I remember seeing the mission statement right above like where I was sitting at. I said, oh, I'm about to use that in the interview. I memorized it real quickly, memorized the whole mission statement and said it in my interview. Because when you I think not, I'm sure they hired me for a variety of reasons, but that was one of the reasons why, because I understood the mission. So because I understood the mission, they're like, oh, she's on the same page as us. So I have you in this book right here. I have you write a personal mission. So a personal mission statement provides clarity and gives you a sense of purpose. It defines who you are and how you will live. So here are a few guidelines, right? So one, keep it short. You want this to be something you can sum up in a single sentence. Remember, this is about focusing on your life. This is about focusing your life on what matters most, right? Boundaries will help you keep that focus, right? Number two, don't forget about others. Yes, this is a personal mission statement, but it should be just as much about the people you want to impact as it is about yourself. Make sure that shows. Right? Okay, number three, it's okay to make changes. Y'all know how I keep telling y'all, like, yo, I'm rebranding. I don't even use these colors anymore. For Stand for Something, for my book, this book, if you don't have it, like I said, it's okay to make changes. Imagine if I was like, yo, I'm not going to make any changes. I'm keeping everything the same. Oh my God, I would never grow. When I started changing the color scheme, shout out to Denise Benz. When I changed the color scheme, I got so many people in my DM like, yo, Sade, I love the new rebranding that you're doing. Again, it's okay to make changes. So as you grow and continue learning, your mission might evolve. That's natural. As long as you're staying true to the mission you know you were put here to accomplish, you can't go wrong. So I don't feel bad when I rebrand myself and when I change stuff in my book. I evolved. That's why I did a post that said you got to be careful what you post on social media because people are going to try to come back 10 years from now and be like, oh, you said that was terrible. I evolved. Somebody try to bring up something or dig up something that I said, I don't know, years before. It is what it is. I may have evolved, and those who know me and those who love me know who I am, and you will never question my character. I'm the last person to lie, cheat, or steal. My mentor taught me that. She said, Sade, we don't lie, we don't cheat, and we don't steal. That's the first thing she ever taught me. We don't lie, we don't cheat, we don't steal. We don't do those things. That helped me create my mission. So let me get ready to end this live. I want to make sure that those of you who have questions, please put your questions here. If you have a question, go ahead and put your question in here. I don't know how to answer these questions. But if you have a question, go here. And if you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and type in your question. I'll go ahead and answer it. This is now office hours, right? So we've now transitioned from the lecture to office hour. For those of you, you know what's so interesting about these lives is that it really reminds me of, right, when you get a lecture, a lot of people don't come to office hours. And then they complain when they fail. Like, I failed the class. I always ask the student, I said, how many office hours did you go to? Here's the honest truth. It was this math class in community college that I hated that class. But I took my butt to that professor's office hours every day. I listened to her talk about her cat. I hate cats. She talked about her cat and all kind of craziness. And I just sat there and listened and laughed at her corny jokes. Oh, I passed that class with a C. And I was happy. And I really believe that class was passed not because of my brains. I believe that I probably should have earned a D. But them office hours made it different. She remembered me laughing and thinking, I need to get on to the next class because then I passed stats with a B plus. I'm not the algebra. The algebra is completely different than stats. So I ended up passing the stats. So why do I say that? This is what this reminds me of. Whenever I get done lecturing, the office hour comes. Nobody has questions. Nobody has questions. I love it. I love it. I'll wait a few more seconds to see if anyone has questions. For those of you who recently came in, we lectured on the book, The Opportunity Guide. I was supposed to go over 2 principles, but again, I talk too much. And but I hope you all got something out of it. I really do hope you've gotten something out of this these 45 minutes that we have been together. All right. I'll wait a little bit. Oh, what's the new quote? Oh, what is the new quote? I gotta go get the book. It's been so, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. No, I can't pull it up right now. The new quote, that's a good question. I forgot what the new quote. I forgot what the new quote is. Because right after I got done publishing this book, I worked on another book. I'm sorry, y'all. It's always once I do something amazing, I get so inspired. What is it? I know it's a quote that I said. I know you like, that's cocky, Sade. It's my book. I wrote it. I'm gonna put my quotes in there. I will still buy both versions. Oh, you're too kind. I appreciate that. Let me know if you already have. Say, hey, Sade, I think I have the version with the quote that you talked about on live. Let me know because then I'll switch it out. I'll make sure that book's upstairs and I can't run upstairs and go get it and all like that. But I'll matter of fact, I'll post it online. That's what I'll do for my next post. I'll make that. I'll do that. I'll make that my post and I'll say, hey, for those of you who asked, this is it right here. I will still buy both versions, no problem. All right, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate the support and everything. Oh, by the way, I would like to say to everyone, I don't have a lot of followers, and that has never bothered me. Never, ever, ever, ever. But I just want to say to those of you who follow me, I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you taking time to like stuff, post stuff, share stuff. I truly appreciate it very, very, very much. And the reason why, and I want to just encourage someone real quick, and I'm going to end with this. Never allow those who are following you to dictate whether or not you're going to do something. This is why I say that. If you got 2 people following you, great. If you got no one following you, great. If you got 6 million following you, great. Like I said, I was on a live earlier today, and this individual was opening up gifts that no one on the live was going to get this gift. Like he had a whole bunch of things that he was opening, but people still felt like that. Those were I was sitting on the live like unbelievable. Then I went on Dr. Boyce Watkins live. Only 176 people were on that live. Meanwhile, 7,000 people were watching someone else open up gifts. It was mind blowing. This man's teaching, educating people. And this person opened up gifts, and yet we choose. This is why it's so important to know your mission. If you do not know your mission, you'll get caught up in numbers. I don't care nothing about no numbers. I don't care nothing. I don't care if I got 20,000, 2. It don't matter to me. You know why? I've always been like that, but I think that the other night it helped me even more. The reason why it helped me even more is because while on a live, I had 5 people buy a book. There are people who have 100,000 followers and can't sell a thing. They're just looking. I know people who are friends with, who I personally know, who have like 5,000, 6,000 followers, get like 400 or 500 likes on a picture, but they sell nothing. 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 And so I'm telling you all right now, don't get caught up in numbers. You got 700 followers. Thank those 700 followers. Say thank you. All right, we got a question right here. Should a person take all the opportunities off? Oh, that's a good question, Exandria. Great question. This is a question from YouTube. Should a person take all opportunities offered to them no matter what? That's a great question. Oh, she's smart. She's smart. She must be reading books. She must read books. That's a great question. Here's why that's such a great question. Should you take all opportunities offered to them no matter what? No. No. That is why I tell people, that's why the first step in my book, The Opportunity Guide, is preparing for an opportunity. And the first thing I teach you in that book is to understand what your purpose is. If you understand your purpose, you won't take every opportunity. You know that I had an opportunity to speak for $7,000. I had an opportunity to speak for $7,000 for an organization. I turned it down. This is about 2 years ago. I wasn't charging $7,000 2 years ago. It's a lot different now. Don't hit me up and think you get me to speak for $700 or $1,000. That ain't happening. But now I look back at that and I'm like, wow, I'm so proud of me. I turned down $7,000 to speak for 1 hour. The reason why I turned it down is because when I looked at my morals and my values, it did not align with who I am. and what I represent. Again, when I go back to what I've written in my personal opportunity guidebook that I have, and I looked at my personal mission statement, that has nothing to do with what I was put here on earth to do. I would have to sell my soul for $7,000. How much is your soul worth? Oh, you can't put a price tag on that. My morals and my values and what I stand for does not. And I looked at the mission statement. Anyone I go speak with, I have to look up their mission statement. I have to look up their organization. You just will not find me speaking anywhere. So no, that's why the first step is for you to find out what your purpose is. Write down your personal mission statement. That will be your guiding principle, whether you should take that opportunity or not. I've turned down jobs. I was supposed to work for child welfare services, y'all. I turned that job down. The reason why I turned down the job, I got 5 minutes before I got to log off here and I have to go into my next meeting. But I turned down child welfare services because someone right with the system. And I was not going to contribute to a system that still needed work. Now, here's what I did do. I cannot work for you, but what I can do is help you fix the mistakes that you have contributed to families, particularly of Black families. I won't work with you in the sense of you telling me how to what time I got to come in, when I got to leave. No. In fact, they told me, Sade, you're going to work 40 hours, but technically you're going to be working 60. I said, oh, no problem. I'll take 20 hours of overtime. They said, no, not over. You're not getting overtime. That's just the work that you're going to. I said, oh, no. And I looked at how they treated me as an individual and my family, right? And I was like, yeah, I can't do this. And I turned down a full-time job for child welfare services to work a part-time job that hopefully would have turned into a full-time job. My morals and value allowed me to work for the part-time job. 2 weeks later, they got a grant and my job part-time turned into a full-time. Talk about the blessings. You talk about the blessings. A part-time job that aligned with who I was in my mission statement at that time, I took over a job that somewhat aligned, right? So when you look at my mission statement, you say, oh, that actually did align with your mission statement. No. What they were doing behind scenes, right? I did not agree with, but I didn't work for them. They were able to bring me on as a consultant, but I dictated how I work and when I work. You are going to hire me as a 1099. You're not going to hire me as a W-4. No, not W-4. Somebody help me out. W-2. I'll be a 1099, but I'm not going to be a W-2. Why I say W-4? I guess W-4 form is good. Yeah, W-2. So I got on as a 1099. And if those of you who don't know what a 1099 is, go look that up. If you're a foster youth and you don't know what a 1099 is and you've spoken somewhere, if you are a foster youth and you have spoken anywhere and you are not a 1099 employee and you don't know what that is, oh, hit me on my DM. They ripping you off. Nevertheless, that is all my time. I have to go to my next group. And so I actually have a meeting and I'm going to be working out at the same time. I have to do both. I have a Powernomic group. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Instagram. I appreciate you all. God bless you all. And thank you for coming to night school with Professor Burrell. Y'all have a good one. God bless you.